Good morning, everybody. I am going to do a really quick get ready with me. I have 1 hour to get myself together. I just washed my hair, and I'm going to put in my products here real quick, and I'm going to do my skincare routine really quick. So yeah, that's really quick, and 3 times now in a row. So anyways, the shampoo I use here is my Shea Moisture. I'm using the curl stretch formula, so to loosen up, to keep my curls nice and loose. And right now I'm getting ready to put on the moisturizing conditioner, and I'm going to add with that, I'm going to mix together the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 with that. So that's what I do with my hair. Now, the thing about the Shea Moisture cream, and I use this liberally, I hope that means I use a lot of it. It makes my hair kind of hard. It defines the curls beautifully. It makes it kind of hard. Whereas the 14-in-1 makes my hair very moist and soft. However, it doesn't define my curls. It makes it look like it does right now, frizzy. So my hairstylist suggested that I mix the two, and I found that worked really nice. So you see here, I'm pouring, let me get it down to the top here. I'm pouring my Hawaiian Silky mix in with the, I can get it to come out. My hand is wet, so it's not able to squeeze like I need it to. So let me dry it a little bit, dry the bottle. Why is this stuff coming out the other end? You know what? I'm just going to open this because this is an older bottle I had in my cabinet I said I was going to use before I use my new one. So let me go ahead, and I'm just going to, again, add this in here. And again, liberally mix it up, rub it together, and then I'm going to pat it in my hair in different spots so that I make sure I coat all the hair and then rub it in. So I probably, any stylist might say, have too much product in my hair because I do get a lot of buildup. But this usually lasts me about 3 days when I put this in here. And the reason why it lasts me 3 days, that after I get the defined curls that I want, as you can see, I'm getting some nice waves. It's detangling the hair, it's moisturizing it, it's loosened it. But the reason why it lasts a few days for me is because I use the revitalizing spray. Tomorrow and the day after, I'll use this product to re-wet the hair without it being like soaked, saturated wet like it is right now, with a towel dry after a washing. So I use my comb to just pull through it, and you don't hear it. I don't have any popping and carrying on going on, but this is just to loosen the hair off of my scalp. And then I just finger to get my curls and my volume. And you see that? Oh, that is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. So yeah, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time fingering my hair because, I could sit here forever doing this and never getting anywhere. And you see with the fingers, I get this almost, makes it look almost like locks. And as my hair will dry through the day, that's gonna really look nice. And as my hair grows out, it's going to give my hair a lot of, style. And so I'm thinking for my hair, it's very uneven right now. And I'm thinking that somewhere around March, I'm gonna get it cut even, maybe even April. But by that time I should have enough growth to give it a nice shape, even shape. But right now I'm just kind of like trying to style it to that shape. Okay, so that is done. And so now I'm washing my hands, getting all that product off my hands so that I can start my Mary Kay face routine. And I start that off with my 4-in-1 cleanser. And I don't use a lot of this. A little dab will do you. So I've got that. And I cleanse my face with that. And if you are wondering where I got these lovely little bracelets, wristbands, these are great because they keep that water from going down your arm when you're washing your face. And I make sure, I'm sorry, I'm skipping all over, but I make sure I get under my ears and in my neckline with the cleanser, because I want to make sure that I get its products everywhere. And once I do that, I rinse my hands. Now, most people just like throw some water on their face or whatnot. I actually use a washcloth because I want to make sure that I get all the product off of my face. So I have these wonderful white bamboo face cloths. They're ultra soft. They're really good for... And, hey, is that Samar? Hi, Samar. How are you? Thanks for joining me. I use this to make sure I get all the product off. And these bamboo ones, they're made for babies. And they're so thick and plush. And I love these wash rags. And it helps me to quickly get all the product off. All the makeup. Anything that got left over from the previous night when I did my night routine. Any kind of moisture or whatever. And so I put that in the sink, let that get rinsed off. And then I just pat dry my face. Now, after I pat dry my face, it's time for the rest of the product that I use. Now, you can use the rest of these products in any order that you want, which is why I like to mix them. I mix the Mary Kay Time-Wise Defense Sunscreen, and I mix that in with my moisturizer. And so I put a little bit of that on, just a little bit. I put a little bit of the sunscreen in there, and then I mix it up with my fingers, and I tap into places so that I get full coverage. Full coverage. And that's going to be really important. You want to go all the way to your hairline, all the way around, and get under the ear and my full chin. And that's kind of where I stopped, because my last product for my skincare is my firming cream. And this was a game changer for me coming back to Mary Kay. This product right here, it's the firming cream. And what this does is it gets rid of that creping that happens in our skin. It literally tightens up the first layer of your skin. And so I get a little bit of that, just like that. And this is going to go in my neck, because my neck was the first area, well, actually the second, because my loose skin on my eyes, lids, was the first one, because I started getting those creases where when I put on my eyeshadow, it creased into my eyes. And my Mary Kay products doing that skincare line has tightened that up. So I don't get that creasing when I put eye makeup on, even when I perspire. So that's nice. And this here really helps that creping that was happening with my neck. So with the consistent use of this, I use it twice a day. Now this firming lotion you can use anywhere that you have where you want a firm skin, under your arms. I know that wave, no, it's not going to stop that wave, because you know you got to do muscles, weights to stop the wave. But the skin, it will tighten that skin up. In your thighs, the back of your thighs, that area where I get a lot of cellulite built up, it tightens that up for me. So excellent. I live by this. This product is $38. That is a bargain. I've had this now for 2 months. I mean, people think that $38 is a lot to spend on some lotion. Maybe, but the fact that it lasts so long because you get so much, I tell you, it's worth it. No one can ever tell me that Mary Kay products are too expensive. It's a high-end luxury item, and they last. They give you when you get that whole skincare set, it gives you a good 2 to 3 months, depending on how much you use. I use mine twice a day, morning, evening, before bed. Okay, so we're done with that. Now I'm going to show you one more trick before I go. I am going to put on my CC cream and my Mary Kay setting powder. So my CC cream is here, and this cream is wonderful because this will even out your skin tone without giving you that foundation heavy feel. And I love it. We have 5 different, and I don't use much. We have 5 different shades, from ivory to give people with a porcelain skin to the beige, the rosy pink, the tan. There's so many different options, and what's nice is that it blends in with your complexion. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that in just like I did everything else, and I'm going to rub this in. I'm going to make sure I get right under the eye and right over the eye. I want to make sure I don't get it in my eyes. And this is nice because it'll help me with my if I decide today to wear eyeshadow, to get that keep the eyeshadow on. So it blends really nicely. You see that? I have a nice glow. I've got that nice porcelain glass look on my face. And I absolutely love CC cream. I wear this every single day. It gives a blockage protection against the elements outside, pollution, and then I've got the sunscreen that helps me in that way. And then the last thing, this is with a little trick I wanted to show you, is with the setting powder. What I do, I have my setting powder, and I have my finishing spray. Now, most of the time people get this and they spray it all over their face. But a makeup professional taught me this little trick with this of spraying your powder brush. So I give a little, you see that nice fine mist? And then I tap it into my powder. Tap it into my powder, and then I apply it to my skin. So excuse me, so what it's doing is it's packing that product into my skin. And you see how it just nice, evenly toned, that dark contouring line, natural contouring line that I have in my skin. So everything looks the same color. And for me, it gives a nice mattifying. I am not a big fan of the glowing look that's real popular. I think they call it the Korean, oh goodness. Anyways, the Korean glass look or something. I don't like to shine. You know, I have naturally dry skin. That's what I'm normally looking at, is my naturally dry skin. And so for me, I hope I'm getting this right. I'm going to get my mirror. You guys are sitting inside of my medicine cabinet. And so I can't see my mirror. So yeah, I got that on right. Yay. So I'm basically done. I'm basically done with my skincare. The only thing I will add is I'll put a little mascara on. I'm going to do that in a minute. And then close and I'm out the door. So I just wanted to share with you my morning routine. Show you in my bathroom. I have all my Mary Kay products. I showed you my hair care line, my Shea Moisture stretching. It's called the Curl Stretch. This is the product line that I use from Shea Moisture for my hair, along with the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 conditioner. The stuff is magic. It's changed my hair as far as my texture and making my hair softer and keeping it moisturized so that I don't get breakage. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a pleasure seeing you this fine morning. I love you all so much, and I hope you are living a good, fun, exciting life within your realm. And remember always to keep smiling.